My final day on the island, I actually was very sick. I was nowhere near the beach when all that strategizing, when Ricard made probably the biggest move of the season in getting me out. I was like with medical. I hadn't used the bathroom in 18 days. So sometimes literally will take you out, but I really wasn't anywhere on that beach that day. And had I been, I probably would have played my idol, because I think a lot of people wonder, like, did she not read the room? Was it ego? Why didn't she play her idol? It wasn't any of that. I was literally sitting on the stump and my was hurting me so bad. So I just was more concerned about getting out of tribal than I was about playing my idol. It wasn't until the revote that I was like, oh my goodness, yeah, I'm the target.
When me, Tiffany, and Brad went to that island, I actually engineered this masterful plan where basically I, before knowledge was power was even a thing, was thinking knowledge is power. Like, I'm not an idiot. I know not everyone's gonna pick TARP, but having this knowledge is power. Editing kind of made it look like me and Tiffany were against each other, and people were pretty confused. Why didn't Tiffany choose steal a vote? Because Sydney was very steadfast on choosing TARP, and it's because I convinced everybody to go along with my plan, aka give Brad the steal a vote.
The strategy that was going on when me and Danny and Xander went on the trek, there was a lot of deals being made, like a lot of us divulging what was going on back at our camps and what we thought the advantage was. Because unlike everybody else in the game who went to the island, me, Danny, and Xander, being the first people to go to the island, were the only people who didn't actually know what we were gonna have to do. We didn't know there was a ship's wheel. We didn't know about the risk your votes yet, but everybody else did.
Xander, Deshawn, and I were on the chicken reward. The reward was literally chicken with rosemary and steamed broccoli, and that was it. So we're hungry. We need to eat everything that's put in front of us. So we don't even want to leave any garnishes behind. And there is this random leaf that was on the plate. And Deshawn said, okay, I'm going to eat the leaf too, because we can't leave anything behind. So as he picks up this leaf, puts it in his mouth and takes a bite out of it, a member of production comes running in saying, oh my God, no, that's just a leaf I picked up off the tree. You can't eat that. So that's how hungry we really were.
Me catching a fish, I wish we could have seen me catch a fish. It was tiny and it was like not even edible, but I still caught a fish.
Literally night one, like, we're those losers that didn't have our shelter built. We're laying on palm fronds, and I wake up and nobody's there. And I'm like, oh my God, they're strategizing. I take a literal stick, I put it in the fire, and I try to use it as like a torch to light me through the night. Obviously it didn't work. So I'm like going like this, freaking out. I'm tripping. Everyone's on the beach. They're just chilling.
You know, me falling through the shelter one night. I think that was like night 1 or 2. It was really funny.
At the beginning of the show, where you have those shots of all of the castaways on the boat on the way to the marooning, getting those boat shots actually takes a long time. And at one point, I needed to go to the bathroom, and we're on the ocean and we have nothing. So our only option is to squat and to pee off the back of the boat. So as I was doing my thing and lifted up my beautiful floral skirt to do that, one of the other tribe boats actually came by. So for a few people, their first impression of me in the game was my bare ass.
I wish I hadn't listened to people as much as I did, and I wish I wasn't as concerned about people pleasing, because I think that's where my game started to kind of go downhill. It's ironic because a lot of people think that I wasn't listening, but I think the truth is that I was listening too much and too concerned and too worried about what people are gonna feel or think about me. And so I think if I could do anything differently, I'd probably just play harder.
The actual authenticity of the show. I was like, no, they give us food. No, they don't give you food. No, they make sure you got shelter. No, they don't give you shelter.
How there was another advantage that was hidden at camp and we couldn't find it. Because literally as soon as Nasir and Shan were voted out, every morning at the crack of dawn, everybody had to get up and start searching for an idol. Like, I would be walking around with this stick, like poking at the roots of trees, and I can't believe we still didn't even find it.